What's up, folks? How we doing? Thanks for checking out the video. In this one I want to give you guys a peek at my coral bark Japanese maple, and I purchased this off of Amazon from Japanese Maples and Evergreens, the seller. And I got 4 of them, kind of expecting for one to be, some to be more healthy than the others, and they all appear to be healthy and have survived the shipping and handling and all that. So I'm about 4 days in. All 4 of my Japanese maples I'm going to start off in a pot for the first several years until I figure out if they're going to be big trees, little trees, fat trees, skinny trees, and until they get, I don't know, 3 or 4 feet tall, and then I'll start relocating them around the house. But I live in zone 7, right smack the middle of the Goldilocks zone for these Japanese maples, so they should do very well here in my area. Now, when I ordered this, I didn't realize, but the coral bark Japanese maple gets kind of big. It says that it'll get up to 18 to 20 feet. It's a little bigger than I wanted. I kind of wanted to keep these small, so I may end up pruning this one a little bit more aggressively than I would some of the other ones. But again, you can see the nodes here are all very close together, so we'll see what we get. The leaves, see if I can zoom in here and show you guys. Pink and green with a maroon or coral bark. So this should be a beautiful tree once it starts to fill out and get healthy. Show you guys the graft. All of these trees are grafted branches. So when they say a 2-year or a 3-year tree, what they mean is the piece they grafted on came from a 2 or 3-year tree, and not the root stock. And this one is kind of interesting here. Hang on. So you can see that they've welded together, right? Like that's healed into one tree. Interestingly enough, I'm not really sure what the root stock is, and there's a node growing off of the root stock there. So that may not be the same type of Japanese maple that the coral bark Japanese maple is. So I may just leave that and see what happens. Sometimes these little sucker nodes that come from the rootstock, it's easier for them to get all the nutrients. So where that could take off and eventually starve out the other branch, right? The branch that we're trying to cultivate here. So I'm gonna have to keep my eye on that one. But as you can see, there's the graft. You can see that it's grafted well. This is the back side of that graft that just has died and it's just starting to come off, right? But yeah, when they first cut this, they split it and then tied all that together. So you can see that that's healed and that's kind of dying off. Now, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that node. I don't know if I wanna leave it and see what it is before cutting it off, or just cut it off right away. I'll probably leave it and see what it is, because that might be kind of interesting if, it's split into 2 different types of Japanese maple or had 2 different types of leaves. So we'll see. Now when you get these, they're going to come in a little white box. They're going to be all wrapped up. They're going to have a bamboo stick that kind of protects the tree inside the box. But you want to follow the tracking really well and make sure that you don't leave this sitting on your stoop all day in the heat or out on your driveway, because you don't want to stress the plant any more than it already has. With the 4 that I got, they're all 4 alive. And so I have potted them, and I'm keeping them in a nice shady location to just let the roots grow a little bit, right? Let the plant regain its strength. Once it does, then I'll move it out into the sun to start seeing it put on some leaves and some weight. But right now I just want to get the root stock going, right? Healthy roots is a happy plant. So there it is. That is the coral bark Japanese maple from the seller, Japanese Maples and Evergreens, on Amazon. 4 for 4 so far, and super happy with my purchase. I'll check back in about 6 months to let you guys know how these guys are doing. Thanks for checking out the video. Hope it's been fun. Y'all take care.